Hey there, let's solve LeetCode 144 binary tree preorder traversal. Given the root of a binary tree, return the preorder traversal of its nodes values. So I will skim through this here and then I'll explain what the preorder traversal is in the whiteboard, right? So for example 1, we have this root here. And if you visualize it, this is the binary tree. And the preorder traversal is 1, 2, 3. And example 2 here, you have this big binary tree. The preorder traversal is this output here. And over here, if it's an empty tree, we return an empty list. So that's an edge case that we have to take care of. And if there's just one node, you just return that one node, right? And here are the constraints here. This edge case here, the number of nodes in the tree could be 0, and I'll solve it recursively first, and in the next video we'll do iteratively, okay? So to the drawing board here, understanding recursion, right? If you don't understand recursion, then please go back to my earlier videos in the recursion playlist and understand that first, right? So essentially, the preorder traversal is visiting the root node, and then you visit the left subtree, and then you visit the right subtree, okay? So what is the preorder traversal here? You visit this node, you add its value, okay, to the output. So and then remember, the logic was you visit the left child and then the right child. So now when we go visit the left child, we do the same thing, right? So actually, let me take a step back and I'll just follow the code here. That's why I wrote it, right? So if not root, we return empty. In this case, we do have a root node, so we're going to pass it in. And the output is an empty list, right? So then we define this depth first search function and we call it here, okay? So we call it here and then we go into the depth first search function. So let's go ahead and add this call into our call stack. So when we first call it, we pass it into the call stack, and I'll change the color as well. So this will be pink, right? And what is the node? The node is the root node, right? That's where we initially call it, right? So this guy now comes in here, all right? So now that we're inside of this function call, what do? We say output.append. Well, technically we first say if not node return. There's clearly a node, right? So then we say output.append node.value, okay? So the output now gets the value of 1 from the root node, right? So output has this in there, okay? All right. And then we call DFS right here on this guy's, right? So this guy is going to call another DFS, but on the left child, okay? So the left child in this case is node 2, right? We can clearly see the left child from the root node is node 2. So I'll grab that. And this is a new function call, right? That's why I'm using this function call stack. All right, so now with this in here, if not node return, that's not true, okay? But we say output.append node.value, okay? So this value 2, append it to the output, right? And we call DFS, and the recursive function call on the left child, right? Okay, so I'll call DFS with node 4 in there. All right, so we are back inside the recursive call with the function now wrapping on a node 4, right? If not node return, that's not the case. So we say output.append node.value. Okay, so this 4, we're going to append it to the output. And we're going to call DFS on the left child of node 4, okay? And it's going to be empty because it doesn't have a child. So we're basically passing in none, all right? Okay, so now we're inside of this recursive call. If not node, we return, okay? So this case does happen. So this is going to return here. So this is going to return here, and then this is going to return here, right? because we basically just did this, and then we had none here. So we returned back up 2, right? That was the previous recursive call, so right here, that now we've completed the left call from this node here. We've completed the whole left search, and we move on to the next line, so we do node.right, okay? So these get popped off the call stack because we've completed them, okay? And now we pick up node 2 where we had to explore its right child, okay? So now we're here, okay? So DFS, a DFS call on node.right. So let me copy this, change the color to pink, and node.right from node 2 was node 5, is node 5, right? So this comes here now. All right, so far so good. So we're inside of the recursive call with node 5, and this is from the DFS call on the right child, right? From node 2, okay? I hope that makes sense. Okay, so if not node return, that's not true, right? There's clearly a node 5. So we say output.append node.value, okay? So we're gonna append this guy here, the value 5, into our output list, right? Okay, so then we're gonna call. So now that we're inside of this current recursive call, we just did this step. Now we're gonna do this step, right? Explore its left child. When we go try to explore its left child, we're passing into the recursive function null, right? There's no nodes there. It doesn't have a left child. Okay, so once we get inside of this function now, if not node, then we return. Okay, so this is the step there. So who called this guy? Node 5 did. Who called node 5? Node 2, okay? So node 2 just finished its recursive call on the right child, okay? So since we're returning now, we've popped this off the stack, this off the stack, and this off the stack, okay? And notice something, right? We're back to DFS of 1, and DFS of 1 just finished its left recursive call completely, okay? So we remember we already appended the 1 value here. We finished the left call completely, like I just mentioned here. We finished the left subtree call. So now we're gonna go explore the right subtree, okay? So we call DFS of node dot, and we clearly see that it's gonna take this node 3, right? Correct? So node 3 gets passed in here, all right? So now we're inside of the function call, the recursive function call. If not node, well, that's not true. There's clearly this node here, right? So we say output.append node.value. So this value 3, we will append it to our output, right? This is looking good. And then we try to call node, the recursive call on its left child. It doesn't have a left child, but we still do call it. Technically, yeah, we definitely still call it. But we're gonna pass in null, right? Okay. So now that we're back inside the recursive call, if not node, return. Okay, that is true. So who called node 3? Or sorry, who called this recursive call? Node 3 did. Okay. Who called node 3? Node 1 did. So now that we're returning all the way back up, because each of these finished their recursive call, okay? So this gets returned up there, okay? All the way. And the call stack is now empty. So we're done with this, with the recursive call that we called right here, right? And what do? We just return the output, okay? All right, and these match, so let's head on over to LeetCode and let's code this up, okay? So the first thing we do is let's go ahead and create our output variable that we'll be returning in the end. But technically before that, let's handle the edge cases. Always handle edge cases first, okay? So if not root, we're gonna just one line this in Python because it's clear to read, right? If there's not a root, we're just gonna return an empty list, right? Okay. All right, so now let's define our depth first search function. So we're using an inner function here. And the first base case when we get inside of this recursive call is if there's not a node, right? If there's nothing there, then we return, okay? We're done exploring, okay? Otherwise, we follow the preorder traversal logic where we append the node's value first, okay? So the root value first, the node value first, and then we go explore the left child, okay? And we explore the right child, and at each call we do the same thing. We append the current node's value, then we go explore the left. Finish that call, then we explore the right, okay? Okay, great. So this won't work unless we call the function, right? So we call the depth first search function, pass in the root, and after the recursive call, the depth first search call finishes completely, then we just return the output, okay? Let's test this out. It passes the initial test cases. Let's submit this. And that's wonderful. We have a working solution. So back to the drawing board to discuss the time and the space. Okay, so the time complexity is equal to big O of n, because this recursive call will be called for each node in the tree, right? Where n is the size of the tree. So we can expect n recursive calls, okay? And the space is also big O of n because notice this call stack. Remember I passed in DFS of the root node, which was node 1, and then that called DFS node 2, DFS node 2 called DFS node 4, and so on, right? So this call stack at its peak size will be using O of n space, okay? With that being said, whatever platform you're on, like, comment, subscribe, follow, and I'll catch you in the next one.